Hi, I'm Roberta Beyer, owner of the Fat Finch, a birding and nature store in Albuquerque, and we're also on the web at fatfinch.com. Today I wanted to give you some tips about how to choose a hummingbird feeder. And there are three main things you should look for when you're picking a hummingbird feeder. You should look for one that's got a lot of red or red parts on it. You should look for one that's easy to clean and fill. And you should look for one that doesn't leak or drip. So I'm going to show you some of the favorites that we have here at the store. These are from a company called Best One, and these are bottle feeders that are very easy to take apart and clean. They have a two-part base, and they have 8 ports on each feeder. And these bottles and bottoms are interchangeable, so that if you need to, you can get a replacement bottle or a replacement base. And I like these feeders a lot because they meet all the criteria that I was just talking about. There's lots of red to them, they're easy to clean and fill, and because all the nectar sits up as opposed to flowing out the bottom, these feeders never leak or drip. Here's another great feeder. This is from a company called Aspects, and these are referred to as saucer feeders. These are very easy to take apart and clean. They just have no nooks and crannies, and are you fill the base here with the nectar. They have a built-in ant moat, so you can put water in here, and if you have ants coming down the feeder, they'll fall into that ant moat and they can't get back out and get into the nectar. And these are great feeders. They come in a couple of different sizes, as you can see. Here's one with 3 ports. This one has 6 ports. There are other companies who make these types of saucer feeders. Here's one from Perky Pet. Has these little yellow flowers in it. I'll talk about those later. So those are great feeders to use when you're choosing a feeder. Here is another great feeder. This is a little more expensive. It's from a company called Schroet. It has, again, a 2-part base that you just take apart. It's easy to fill and clean, and a bottle is the reservoir. We find the hummingbirds are highly attracted to this one. It's also beautiful in the garden. Here is another type of hummingbird feeder that's fun to have. It's a window feeder. You can hook it with suction cups to a window, and it has an ant moat that you fill with water, and then here's the part that you put the nectar into, and the hummingbirds can just sit on this perch, and it has 3 little ports to it. Finally, there are a couple of other little gadgets I'd like to show you. These are called ant moats or nectar protectors. If you're having a problem with ants getting into your feeders, you can hang these above a feeder like we have up here, and you fill this with water, and the ants will fall into the water, and then they can't get back out and down into the feeder. And finally, here's something called an ant or a weather guard. It actually protects the feeder from bright sun or the elements. And again, these added colors of red will help attract hummingbirds to your garden. So if you have any questions about these feeders or any other feeders you might have, you can contact us. Our contact information is on our website at fatfinch.com.